to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Number 10, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success. Krishna Prem. So once again, welcome to today's call and thank you very much for joining us. Moving on to the next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. I would let all the devotees on the call to please go ahead with your introductions now.
Hare Krishna, Leela Priya Radha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devadasi from College Station, Texas.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devidasi.
Hare Krishna, Yashamati Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Leela Priya Radha Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaji. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raja.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Leela Priya Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devidasi from Lincoln.
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki Jai, Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, welcome to Bhakti Sanga conference call. We are extremely fortunate to have His Grace Brajmohan Prabhuji here with us today. And Prabhuji would be enlightening us by discussing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 5 and verse 30. But before we dive into this nectarine class, I will request Nishita Bhakti Mataji, or is it Balabhadra? Yeah, okay. Balabhadra Prabhuji to share a brief introduction about our today's speaker, His Grace Brajmohan Prabhuji. So Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, and over to you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Shri Guru and Gauranga. Our dear Nishta Bhakti Mataji is in India, I think. That's why she's unable to perform the services because of the time difference and whatnot. So I was there. Thank you, Mataji. There's a brief introduction for our dear Prabhu, His Grace Brajmohan Prabhuji. Prabhuji is a monk, a life coach, and an inspirational speaker. Prabhuji is a disciple of His Holiness Radhana Swami Maharaj and a resident monk at ISKCON Chowpatty in India. He's a student mentor at the IIT Bombay, where he also earned a BTech degree. Prabhuji has a Master of Science degree in quantum physics from University of Illinois, Chicago. Brajmohan Prabhuji has given seminars on science, spirituality, leadership, relationship, and self-development. He has been speaking on various topics at prestigious universities and at several corporations in the US and in India for over a decade. Using ancient wisdom for current dilemmas, his message inspires the audience to think deep, act right, and live full. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for being with us. Over to you, Mataji. Muted.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for reading the introduction for us. Hare Krishna, Brajmohan Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for giving us your valuable time and association this morning and enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. Without further ado, I'd like to request you to please take over from here. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Then my great fortune. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, chapter 5, where Prahlad Maharaj is instructing Hiranyakashipu. Text number 30. Matir Shri Prahlad Vacha Matir na Krishna Paratasvatova Mito Vipadhyeta Griha Vratanam Adanta Gobir Vishatam Tamishram Punah Punascharvita Charvananam. Shri Prahlada Uvacha. Prahlad Maharaj said, Mati, inclination, na, never, Krishna, unto Lord Krishna. Parataha, from the instructions of others. Swataha, from their own understanding. Va, either. Mitaha, from combined. From combined effort. Abhipadyeta is developed. Griha vratanam, of persons too addicted to the materialistic bodily conception of life. Adanta, uncontrolled. Obihi, by the senses. Vishatam, entering. Tamishram, hellish life. Puna again. Charvita, things already chewed. Charvananam, who are chewing. Translation of Srila Prabhupada. Prahlad Maharaj replied, because of their uncontrolled senses, persons too addicted to materialistic life make progress toward hellish conditions and repeatedly chew that which has already been chewed. Their inclinations toward Krishna are never aroused either by the instructions of others, by their own efforts, or by a combination of both. Purport. In this verse, the words Matirna Krishna refer to devotion service rendered to Krishna. So-called politicians, erudite scholars, and philosophers who read Bhagavad Gita try to twist some meaning from it to suit their material purposes. Sorry, got missed. To suit their material purposes. But their misunderstandings of Krishna will not yield them any profit. Because such politicians, philosophers, and scholars are interested in using Bhagavad Gita as a vehicle for adjusting things materially, for them constant thought of Krishna or Krishna consciousness is impossible. Matirna Krishna, as stated in the Bhagavad Gita 18.55, Bhaktya mam abhijanati. Through devotion service can one understand Krishna as he is. Only through devotion service can one understand Krishna as he is. The so-called politicians and scholars think of Krishna as fictitious. The politician says that his Krishna is different from the Krishna depicted in the Bhagavad Gita. Even though he accepts Krishna and Rama as supreme, he thinks of Rama and Krishna as impersonal because he has no idea of service to Krishna. Thus his only business is punascharvita charvanana. Source only 7530. Chewing the chewed again and again. The aim of such politicians and academic scholars is to enjoy this material world with their bodily senses. Therefore, it is clearly stated here that those who are graha vrata, whose only aim is to live comfortably with the body in the material world, cannot understand Krishna. The two expressions, graha vrata and charvita charvanana, indicate that a materialistic person tries to enjoy sense gratification in different bodily forms, life after life, but is still unsatisfied. In the name of personalism, this ism or that ism, such persons always remain attached to the materialistic way of life. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita 244, Bhogeshwarya prasaktanam taya pritachetasam vyavasayatmika buddhi samadho na vidiyate. In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence, and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. Those who are attached to material enjoyment cannot be fixed in devotional service to the Lord. They cannot understand Bhagavan or Krishna or his instruction. Bhagavad Gita. Adanta Gobir Vishatam Tamishram 7530. Again, same purport only. Their path actually leads towards hellish life. As confirmed by Rishabdev, Mahat Sevam Dwaram Ahur Vimukte, one must try to understand Krishna by serving a devotee. The word Mahat refers to a devotee. Mahatmanastu Mam Partha Daivim Prakriti Mashrita. Bhajantananya Manaso Gnatva Bhutadim Avyayam. O son of Pita, those who are not deluded, the great souls are under the protection of the divine nature. They are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Person Embodied, original and inexhaustible. Bhagavad Gita 9.13. A Mahatma is one who is constantly engaged in devotional service 24 hours a day. As explained in the following verses, unless one adheres to such great personality, one cannot understand Krishna. Hiranyakashipu wanted to know where Prahlad had gotten this Krishna consciousness. Who had taught him? Prahlad sarcastically replied, "My dear father, persons like you never understand Krishna. One can understand Krishna only by serving a Mahat, a great soul. Those who try to adjust material conditions are said to be chewing the chew. No one has been able to adjust material conditions, but life after life, generation after generation, people try and repeatedly fail. Unless one is properly trained by a Mahatma, or unallowed devotee of the Lord, there is no possibility of one's understanding Krishna and his devotional service." Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruhu Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. A warm welcome to all the devotees that have joined for this wonderful Bhagavatam discussion hosted by all the Bhakti Sanga devotees. Thank you, Balabhadra Kripa Prabhu, for kind introduction and all the devotees that have joined for soaking our heart and mind in the amazing wisdom of the Bhagavatam. And Shukadeva Goswami, he speaks the most essential and amazing wisdom that has come out from the hearts of great souls over the course of history, and is bringing to us the best that can help us to improve and elevate our consciousness. We cannot thank enough our parampara. We cannot thank enough Srila Prabhupada. We cannot thank enough Srila Shukadeva Goswami, who has given us such amazing wisdom that came out of the mouth of Sri Prahlad Maharaj thousands of years ago, millenniums ago. And here we are in Kali Yuga, who are so much bombarded with so much distraction, so much materialism, so much impersonalism. At least for some time, we time travel. People say people are excited about time travel. Srimad Bhagavatam class is actually time travel, where we travel to different episodes, not just time travel, but space travel to different places. And sometimes, when they show these time travel movies or space travel, they land up in a place that is horrible, that is ghastly, that is something that they cannot estimate. But the time travel that happens through the Bhagavatam takes us to the most wonderful places that which we cannot even access otherwise. Therefore, the Vedas are called as Shruti Gochara, that we are able to approach those topics, those episodes, and the most essential experience of that events we'll be able to get if we just pay attention, pay submissive oral reception, as Prabhupada wonderfully has put forth to these messages of Bhagavatam. Recently, I had been to Hyderabad, and I went to this most amazing monument called as Statue of Equality, honoring the life of Sripad Ramanujacharya. And I don't know how many of you visited. If you visited, just give a thumbs up on the screens. And Srila Chinnajaya Swami has constructed as invoked, which is the right word, of all the Divyadeshams at one place, 108 Divyadeshams at one place. So if any of you have been anchoring to go to all these 108 holy places that Srila Ramanujacharya identified, please just visit this one place with humble consciousness, with sincere mood. You will be able to take darshan of all the deities. And I have been there 2-3 times, but something that I went today, I went this time, maybe 2 weeks back, was an amazing statue there, or a murti there, which I never understood what it was. And I didn't even notice till this devotee who was giving us the tour, he showed us. So there is this, there are 108 murtis, different forms of Lord Vishnu in different form, like attires. And almost in front of every vigraha, pointing towards Ramanujacharya's deity, there is a pillar. And on that pillar is a structure which kind of resembles a parrot who is taking off, who is flying. And on the parrot is a lady, is a lady who is sitting and holding on to the parrot. And I kind of he kind of asked us, do you know what is this? I've seen Garuda pictures of taking off. Usually in front of the temple there is Garuda Stamba, but I never known a Shuka Stamba or a parrot taking off. And who is that lady? Then he explained that Ramanujacharya, he conceived of this imagery, where where in the scriptures, Guru has been compared to different things. Guru has been compared to the sun, just like the sun gives light. Guru has been compared to a captain that guides a boat. Any other comparisons that you know of Guru in the scriptures, just to make it a little bit interactive? Yes, Balabhadra Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dhanava Pranam. I was reading Ramayan, and Guru has been compared to kapas, to cotton, which will sweep the cloth and keep the cloth intact. That way, Guru actually in our life is trying to hide our own faults. Guru is at that elevated position. So is compared to kapas. And then Guru was compared to a plant, I think, where it was said a Tulsi Maharani plant anywhere can be grown, and it will be very separate. She's Tulsi Maharani only. And Guru, in thousands of other people, we can imagine they are just regular people, but he is separated as Tulsi Maharani, and separate from every other living entity. He's so at high elevated position. So those two examples I remember, Prabhuji.
Wonderful, amazing. I never heard these comparisons of the Guru.
Ramayan only.
Someone who stitches us together, someone who No,
So
is
beautiful,
like
Prabhu. So beautiful. It's so amazing.
any other devotees know what Guru is compared to different scriptures?
Dandavat Prabhuji.
Who is
Guru is
this?
also
Can I know? I'm not able to see the devotee.
This is our dear
Prabhuji.
Prahladananda Prabhu.
Okay. Yes, Prabhu.
So in Srimad Bhagavatam, Guru is considered as Karnadhara, Guru de Adyam Pura. And there is compared as Karnadhara, the captain of our boat of life.
Yes.
Another comparison. Very good.
Right. Guru is compared as a captain. Guru is compared as a sun. Guru is compared as a cotton, as a tulsi plant. Anyone else?
Our Nitya Narasimha Prabhu is there.
Krishna Prabhu. He is Sakshat, actually, Lord's representative. So we sing in the glory of like Mangalarti Sakshat Daritvena Samasta Shas. Means he is representative of Lord Krishna.
Okay. But what is the comparison? What is he being, the simile or the in the material realm? I see devotees, mentioning in the chat to a thunderbolt and a flower is as hard as a thunderbolt and as soft as a flower. And also, can you read out Balabhadra Prabhu? I am not able to see the chats properly.
Yes, Prabhuji. This is our Sukha Mataji. She's a very amazing devotee, actually. Karnadhara, fire, and thunderbolt and flower. That I remember. Vajra and
Yes.
and he is so beautiful. When he wants, he becomes a Vajra, and to correct us only. And he is as soft as flower because he does not see our faults at all. Another example I remembered, Prabhuji. I don't know where I read that. In older times when our Goswamis were there, they were only writing. There were no pens, so they were only writing with the rock of the the outer part of the tree bark. Yeah. So I was reading somewhere, now I don't remember. It was beautifully explained how Guru is that bark of a tree, from which we make kajal. So he makes us beautiful, and then that same product is being used to written those shastras which are making beautiful our life. So such a beautiful example. Our personality also increased by that kajal, and our life and everyday things that we do can be made beautiful only by that kajal which has written those beautiful shastras. So I was reading, I don't remember where I read it from.
Very nice.
And then our Indulekha Mataji, who actually she's a very amazing devotee. She runs all this show behind the scenes. She's saying Devahuti compares Guru to an axe.
Axe that cuts, or like a sadhu, like who cuts all attachments,
or knots in the heart,
or the knots in the heart.
So beautiful.
In the Mangalarti, the first verse only, the Guru is compared to a cloud. Samsara dava naralida loka tranaya karunya gana. His wonderful qualities are like that. A cooling cloud. Right? Any other? I'm not able to see that.
Can I give an answer, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. We're just trying to. Mondays are little morning Mondays, so just trying to make everybody active. Yeah. And also,
so I'll give an example.
Yes, Prabhu.
I'll give an example which I've heard from Srila Prabhupada, that the kite is compared to Krishna, the chanting is compared to the dhaga, which is connected to Krishna. So Guru Maharaj is making us to fly the kite, which is Krishna, and making us to chant. We chant nicely, the kite comes near. We don't chant, kite goes away. The person from outside will think the kite is flying on its own. No. The devotee is making Krishna dance. And Krishna will dance if you are nicely chanting. This is what told.
Wow, so many different similes. Thank you.
Thank you.
One thing is, in the Guru Puja, Guru is compared to Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu. Guru is compared to an ocean of mercy. As compared to an ocean, there is no depth, the depth of compassion that he carries. So if devotees have any other, they remember any other comparison. So I was sharing that, in Ramanujacharya, he compares Guru to a parrot. And yesterday I was at National Park here in Bombay, and I was seeing there are so many trees, and each tree has so many fruits. Same way the Vedas are compared to a tree. Nigama kalpataror galitam. And on a tree, there are so many on this tree of the Vedas. There's so many different types of fruits that are being offered. Krishna tells in the 15th chapter, of this. He explains about this, the material world as a tree, and so many fruits are there. And the conditioned soul is just going by the vox populi, by what the majority are trying to eat, the fruit, and they are running after that, different fruits. And each fruit of life is, as Mr. Prahlad Maharaj says, punas charvita charvananana. The only experience that all the fruits that we are trying to experience in this world is the same old, battered taste that initially appears to be something, but later it is not. And if ever you be personally plucked Peru, as in Hindi we call, or Goa, Amrit, Jamun, so many names for this fruit. I hope you all know this fruit. If you go to a Goa tree and you want to know which fruit is the most sweetest, which fruit is worth plucking and eating, you can go by Anuman Praman, you can go by Pratyaksha Praman, which one is more shiny, which one is more thing. But the most solid Praman that the fruit is the sweetest is that which has been touched or bitten by a parrot. So the parrot knows which is that fruit that is the most sweetest, that is worth pursuing. Same way Ramanujacharya explains that of all the fruits of the Vedic tree, the Guru is one who knows which is that fruit which is the most sweetest, which will not disappoint us. And therefore the Guru is compared to a Shuka, because he can discriminate like a swan between milk and water, between Sat and Asat, between something that will free us and something that will bind us. So therefore, the Guru, like a parrot, we just know Mahajano Yena Gata Sapanta. We just see what is the Guru relation, what is the Guru really has his heart. And we can see that in all our Guru Vargas, that we visibly see that they don't relish being worshipped, they don't relish being honored or being having positions. What they relish is to be in the Sangha of devotees. What they relish is to serve. What they relish is Krishna katha. And when we see the Guru, Srila Prabhupada relishing, then we know this is that fruit that I need to have. Not all the other fruits that the world is trying to go after, but what is my Guru really, or what is Srila Prabhupada focusing. Sometimes we see that there are these tapes of Srila Prabhupada where he's singing bhajans. Of course, they are not that popular in ISKCON, where devotees play Srila Prabhupada bhajans. Sometimes just as a background music in some programs or in some videos we may see. But you see that Srila Prabhupada is just most of these bhajans are recorded in his room, where with an harmonium, he is just getting absorbed and singing. It may be a bhajan called as Amar Jivan Sada Pape Rata. There is one bhajan where Prabhupada sings this bhajan for almost half an hour. Or it may be with Hari Hari Vifale Janama Gunainu. And that's what is relishing. So therefore we know, okay, it is the line, or as Srila Radhanath Swami tells that on the night of Janmashtami, when it was 12 o'clock in the night, all the devotees were so eager to go and break the fast. But Srila Prabhupada was sitting erect, and all the devotees were there, and Prabhupada told, so let's read the Krishna book. And then, the devotee gets the Krishna book, and then he starts to read. And as he's reading, it's already 24 hours of fasting, and Prabhupada was a sort of festival, everybody was dancing, so it was so dead tired that they could not keep themselves awake. Sometimes Krishna book is like a sleep medicine. You read, so you get good sleep. Prabhupada wanted us to relish Krishna and with the sweet memories kind of sleep. But for us, Krishna book becomes like a prelude to sleep. So here also devotees were and as the chapter 1 was ending, thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purports. All the devotees became very happy. Okay, now chapter is ending. Now we can go and have prasad. And then Prabhupada, with intense absorption, he said, next chapter. So devotees again were kind of somewhat tolerating, and the dandas that the sannyasis were carrying, they were swaying back and forth because they were all almost drowsing. Again, second chapter ended, and third. Then again Prabhupada said next chapter. So like this, the reading went on for a few chapters. And then when Prabhupada opened his eyes, he literally saw everyone there was in coma, almost in coma. And then Prabhupada said, looks like devotees are very tired. So therefore, let us now break our fast and have prasad. And that was the loudest Haribol that that evening got. So we can clearly see what is Prabhupada relishing, what is the Guru relishing. And if he aspire to have that sincere desire to relish Krishna and sincere desire to serve Krishna's mission, that is the real fruit of Vedas. And so therefore, Ramanujacharya compares the Guru to a parrot. And another quality of the parrot is that the parrot speaks only what it is taught. This parrot, one of the qualities of parrot is that it repeats whatever it is being taught. It does not speculate. It does not add its own words. And Prabhupada mentions this often that, I am only presenting what is there, therefore Bhagavad Gita as it is. I am not adding anything. I am just sharing the wisdom that I have got from the parampara, from Krishna. And because of these two qualities, he's sharing what is there, and he knows what to aspire for. Therefore, only the parrot can actually fly to Godhead, according to Ramanujacharya. It is the Guru that can fly, that can take the jiva in the form of a parrot to the spiritual realms, and the jiva takes shelter in its original svarupa as prakriti. Therefore, the jiva is represented as a lady on the parrot with ego that I am something, I am a purusha, I am a controller, I am having this position, that we cannot truly take shelter of Guru. But in the mood of prakriti, as being the servant of Krishna, as being servant of Guru, in that mood, when we are there and when we take shelter of a bona fide Guru, then the jiva goes on this chartered flight with the Guru to the Goloka, to the Vaikuntha. So I found it so sweet, so amazing, the depiction that Ramanujacharya had for Guru, of a parrot that is taking a jiva who is a lady So next time, if you can Google this image also, it's a very beautiful image that comes in the Statue of Equality. Many places it's there, but hardly anyone knows unless, someone who knows what the significance of it. And the reason I shared this is like Shukadev Goswami is bringing us that, the sweetest of the fruit from this episode of Prahlad Maharaj. The beauty of Bhagavatam is that these narrations, episodes are also in the other Puranas, but they don't bring in the essential aspect. The story is there, but the lesson that is to be there is missing. Just like, so nowadays, there are many these news channels. They all report the same incident, but the most essential aspect of the incident, of the story, is not highlighted. So same way, the most essential aspect of this story, the heart of the devotee, the mood in which he is, seeing this, the way he's, encountering difficulties, is being shared. So this is a very amazing verse. The moment Shamagori Mataji sent me this verse and I opened up this verse, I thought, what can I speak about this verse? This verse itself is so self-illuminating that if you just, read Srila Prabhupada's purport and, just, try to bring out the nectar, the wisdom that he is giving, that's how almost all Prabhupada's, purports are. The speaker is he only serves the verse. Verse and serve, they have same alphabets. So the Bhagavatam speaker is not a class to show his scholastic abilities or just give a brilliant erudite class, but it is to humbly serve the wisdom that is shared in this verse. So in few minutes, whatever we have, let me just go through the verse and then we'll take in some questions. So Prahlad Maharaj when his teachers are highly disappointed, fearful that Prahlad Maharaj is, making more devotees in the campus, in the college that he is admitted in. As it is said, Shanda and Amarka Institute of Technology, or devotees call it as SMIT. So in this SMIT, he was being brainwashed into taking into the materialistic perception. But Prahlad Maharaj was not interested and he was making devotees there. Because people, by his natural happiness, Prahlada means one who is naturally happy. So when a devotee is naturally happy, he attracts attention. People are curious, what do you have that is making you so blissful? And therefore Prabhupada always said, a happy devotee is the best preacher. That if devotees are sad, if devotees are morose, if devotees' qualities are not attractive, then that's the greatest anti-preaching. Sometimes it happens, that devotees are because of the morning program, they are the most dull in the office. And then, the message goes, hey, this guy, is always kind of sleeping. I remember when I was a student at IIT, we used to have this morning program at 5 o'clock and we had to wake up at 4 o'clock to pluck flowers from the campus. And then we used to attend this morning program, and for 4 years, the only breakfast that was we cooked, because that time we only used to cook, was poha and milk, hot milk. So make poha and hot milk. And if any of you had this combination of poha and hot milk, it is the killer for you to be awake. If you have poha and milk. And after that, we used to go for these intense classes on quantum physics or thermodynamics or fluid dynamics. And it was not difficult to be awake. So one of the strategies that I used to use was that I used to kind of doze off and awake in the middle. And then, whatever was on the board, I used to start asking questions to the professor. Professor, what is this equation that is there? And used to kind of start to explain the whole thing after I had my nap. And after a few sessions, he kind of, told me, जब मैं पढ़ा रहा हूँ तुम सोता है और सो के उठ के तुम प्रश्न पूछता है. I'll translate it that when I'm speaking it, you are sleeping, and then you get up and start asking questions. But of course, I rectified, and I try to improve. But if devotees are not active, not happy, then it sends a wrong message. But Prahlad Maharaj, because he was so happy in his Krishna consciousness, and he was not critical. He was not criticizing the teachers. He was only criticizing the content, and that also when he was being asked. Otherwise, he was humbly, like how Lord Chaitanya humbly was hearing Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Same way, he was a humble student, but not removing in the name of humility his intelligence. He was intelligent to see what it was that is being shared. At the same time, was humble, not to show himself as an arrogant student. And when so many people were starting to become devotees, and they started, instead of chanting Om Namo Hiranyakashipaya Namaha, they started to chant Om Namo Narayanaya. They got afraid and they said, "Isko leke chalte." That they said, "Your son is too much for our college, for our campus." And there are episodes like this, that happened, I think, in Australia. Devotees were put in jail. And in the jail, they started to preach. They started to have morning program. And so many in the jail were, started to become devotees. And then the jailers thought that if we keep them here, they'll make all of them into, vegetarians, and, they'll make all of them awake in the morning. Better to leave them in the public, because then they'll catch random people. They'll not get a specific targeted people. But here they got this targeted people, and they are converting them. Better to leave them. So Prahlad Maharaj was taken back. Like nowadays it happens. If the child is too naughty, then he's called for the PTM, parent-teacher meeting, in the school, and he's reported. These are all the things that he's creating nuisance, and you please take him another place. So like this, an entire report was presented, and once the report was presented, then Prahlad Narada Muni is explaining the story, and the 29th verse, upon asked, Hiranyakashipu asked, "You rascal, most fallen of our family, if you not received this education from your teachers, where have you gotten it? From where did you learn all this? Who is feeding you all this wrong content, wrong information?" That time YouTube was not there. That time Instagram was not there. So now we know if a child is developing bad qualities, it must be from wrong channels on the social media. And so he was amused that where did you get all this wrong information? And he got a chance to preach, share his heart. And then he's sharing that the Krishna consciousness that I have got is not by my own effort, is not by a collective effort. So Matirna Krishne Parata Swatova. You cannot become Krishna conscious by your own endeavor or by collective endeavor. Why? Mitobi padyita griha vratanam. As long as you are attached to materialistic consciousness, and as long as you are adhanta gobir, you are not trying to control your senses. As long as you are chewing all the old stuff in your mind, in your heart, you're relishing. Sometimes, we see when we have gatherings and when we ask devotees what they were before they came to bhakti, sometimes devotees share as if they are relishing it so much of how much nuisance or things they were. It is not being shared as a regret. It is being पता है क्या मैं क्या क्या करता था भक्ति में आने से पहले, da 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 da, and we kind of glorify ourselves instead of being regretting. Once here in ashram Chopati, if you come with some degree, some special accolades, then you are made sure that you are more humbled than others. So your accolades outside are seen as tags, because of which like for myself. So if I don't respond to that properly or give an answer that is different from others, IIT ka dimag hai, aise hi chalta hai iska. So once I heard, once one of my seniors, Gaurang Prabhu, he was being asked, अरे आपको भी बड़ा IIT का टैग के साथ बड़ा खींचते रहते लोग. People are constantly trying to troll you, bring you, not in a jolly, like friendships are like that. So in a friendly way, maybe Govind Prabhu or someone else, kind of pull the leg, and which is common, but the reply that Gaurampo had given that time was very amazing. And he said, yeah, all those past karma and all that contamination that I have got, if they don't pull, how will it come out? Somebody needs to pull out. So he was not bragging about his degrees, but he was yes, this is a upadhi that I have got, and these devotees are kind enough to at least mention that these upadhis, not to be identifying with these upadhis. Of course, whatever skills these upadhis give us, we definitely try to use, but are not being happy about our non-bhakti days, our non-devotional days, or our non-devotional circus. So as long as we are attached and trying to and relishing these things in our heart, either by our own effort, like sometimes devotees have this, that I'll keep relishing material life. The same time, I'll try to develop taste in Krishna consciousness, develop taste in the holy names. But doesn't happen. It is said, what is that verse? Bhaktir pareshanubhavo viraktir anyatrasha. The three things happen simultaneously. Devotion to Krishna, a higher experience of the Lord, and virakti, detachment. They all three should know the endeavor is together, and the result is also together. There's okay, once I get detached, I'll try to improve my chanting, or when I improve my chanting, then naturally detachment will come. No, and the example that is given is tushti, pushti, and tripti. Just like when we eat, the hunger is mitigated, and the body is nourished, and the mind is happy because of the taste of the food. So all these three things happen simultaneously. It's not that first hunger is fulfilled, but all these things happen simultaneously. But if we are, as Bhakti Thakur says, if the anchor is not removed from our past bad habits, then we'll never be able to go to the next. Therefore, in the Krishna Leela, the first guru that first demon that Krishna kills is Putana, which is false ideologies that come as mother, as a shelter. Motherly figure apparently seeming to be, sheltering us, helping us, but it is filled with poison that kills our Krishna consciousness. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur compares it to false gurus, ideologies, theories, motivational aspects, or aspects where that take us away from bhakti, that kill our Krishna consciousness, because apparently this particular teacher or skill or a part of the Vedic philosophy is helping me to become happy. So therefore you kind of take shelter because it is attractive, because Putana came in a very attractive form. So therefore Krishna kills the demon. So the false guru is compared to Putana. Then the next demon that Krishna kills is Shakatasura. Shakatasura was a ghost who had entered into this cart, and on which all this different things were kept: curd, yogurt, butter, milk. And it was Krishna's third month Uthana ceremony, and it was a celebration of Krishna's achievement. And Krishna and Mother Yashoda became so busy in receiving the guests, in socializing. No, we're not criticizing Mother Yashoda, but it's just a lesson. That she thought, now that I've called this celebration and so many people are coming, and Krishna looks like he's feeling sleepy, so she just kept him under this cart, and then he started to mingle with the people, reception and arranging things, and then she kind of forgot about Krishna. And then, so initially it was to serve Krishna, it was to assist, but then the social aspect somehow becomes more than the spiritual aspect. Sometimes it happens in India that so many social parties, or sometimes in devotee circles, so many birthday parties of children, marriage anniversaries, this, that, the spiritual element aspect in those parties is only a minimal, or is kind of neglected, and the socialization becomes a prominent. So when Krishna he saw that mere party mein mere ko hi royally neglect kar rahe. In my party, it happened like sometimes some child's birthday party is there, that boy is hardly interested, he doesn't even know what's happening. His first birthday party, parents are super excited, over the moon, that you want to, but that kid sleeps in the middle of the ceremony only. Then he is made to sleep, and the rest of the birthday party happens even without the child. So like that, Krishna, it was a Krishna festival, but then in that Krishna was sleeping on the side, and then when he awoke, he saw that nobody is even looking at him, and everybody is busy. Of course, Brajvasis are always Krishna conscious, but just to teach us, this story comes, and he becomes angry. Krishna becomes angry, and then he kicks this cart, and once there is a commotion, then devotees immediately become conscious. Where is Krishna? That time, all the socialization evaporates. Then only consciousness that the Brajvasis has is Krishna safe, and then their focus again comes to Krishna. So sometimes with devotees, Krishna does this. He kicks apparent comfortable life, just so that our heart is not permeated with all the other aspects of spirituality, rather other than Krishna consciousness. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he says this cart to be the ghost of the bad habits. And he uses a word even Prabhupada uses, that sometimes devotees enjoy secretly bad habits. So there are some bad habits that we secretly relish, sometimes on phones, sometimes in our mind, and all these bad habits become an obstacle. So first obstacle is the false guru. Second obstacle is this intense attachment to our materialistic ways, and we get absorbed in that. We get sued sometimes, if some old song is played or some old movie which we used to like, and for the whole day that song is ringing so much more than the Bhagavatam class that we have heard, because it is like a ghost that is still inside, and till that ghost is kicked off, it will always, we remain in the circle of the devotees, but we get distracted with other aspects of the Bhakta Samaj. So herein Prahlad Maharaj is saying that as long as you are not trying to be serious to take shelter of a guru and not be attached to it, and that's what in the 32nd verse, that is a solution he gives, that if you are under the guidance and you're serving and you make your mission of your life to please the spiritual master, to follow his instructions, unless that becomes a only guideline. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitte Te Koriya Aikya Arna Kariha Mane Asha. A kind of contradiction, because the next verse says that if Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu, the next Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttamagati Pura Sarva Asha, that if you take shelter of the Guru, all your desires will be fulfilled. So in the line before, it is said no desire should be there.
Jai Prasade Pure Sarvasha. Jai Prasade Pure Sarvasha.
Jai Prasade Pure Sarva Asha. So in the line before it says, you should not have any Asha. Arna Kareho Mane Asha. And the fourth line says that Jai Prasade Pure Kare Sarva Asha. All your desires. When there is no desire, how will desire be fulfilled? Kind of a contradiction. But the first is the intention. That the intention is there, that I want to dedicate my life to fulfilling Sri Prabhupada's mission, his desire, our Guru's mission and desire. And with that, whatever are required, even if we have some desires to in pursuance of that, the Guru's grace will award us all the things that we may need in bhakti. I was just hearing an amazing story. I'll end with this story. Recently, one of our temples opened near Bombay called as Palghar. It's called Palghar. When you've been born into Govardhan Eco Village, Govardhan Eco Village is in the district of Palghar. So initially, Palghar was the place where this Bhaktivedanta hospital and everything, all this endeavor started. And it is those devotees also that that searched the Govardhan Eco Village land and the place, and that's how Govardhan Eco Village came for the initial support, and everything came from there. So therefore, the main presiding deities of Govardhan Eco Village is Radha Vrindavan Bihari, and for the Palghar temple, Maharaj gave the name as Radha Gokul Bihari. So Krishna went from Gokul to Vrindavan. Like that, the whole jiva, intention, the whole thing started in Gokul and then it went to jiva. So Gokul Bihari and Vrindavan. So the devotees were sharing, these initial devotees were sharing different episodes of how the preaching was in the middle. So you all know Bhaktivedanta Hospital is amazing, endeavor of doctors, uniting, devotee doctors uniting to serve their own jobs and also serve the community and be a very amazing tool for preaching. So before that, it started in Palghar only, as these camps, this Barsana eye camp used to be there. So they used to have these different eye camps. And this is in 1985, 86, those days, or in the 90s, early 90s. So one day, they were supposed to start the camp, and they procured all the things, but somehow, either because of mismanagement or by providence, something didn't turn up. One of the equipments didn't turn up, one of the assets didn't turn up, medical things, because of which all the doctors were stalled. They were not able to start the camp. And then, Madhavanand Prabhu and Giriraj Prabhu, they were discussing. They were talking to each other that, kya hua? Why is the camp not starting? Because they were supposed to do this cataract surgeries. Even recently, I had gone to Barsana to witness their eye camp and serve in some small way. So then the doctor said that after we do the cataract surgery, there is something called as iPad. Now iPads are this, for what we know, but these are something that Steve Jobs has named. But IEYE and pad, something that covers the eye, is called as iPad. So the iPad's box has not come. The box was not delivered, and of course it was not somehow it was skipped even in the order itself. So therefore, if we do the surgery and if we don't put the iPad, we cannot risk the operation. So therefore, we are told what to do. And in those days, Palghar and Bombay were at least 3 hours apart with the roads and travel. So they were trying to get something from Bombay, these iPads. And somehow, as they were discussing about how to procure, there was a truck that was passing by, and just right in front of them, a huge box somehow toppled and fell on the floor, on the ground. And the truck didn't stop. It was going to Gujarat, Ahmedabad or some place, and it just proceeded. They waited for a while. Maybe the truck will come and pick it up. But the truck guy didn't notice, and he just moved ahead. And then they kind of try to see what was in this box, huge box. And it was a medical box, and the box was a box full of iPads. Who can imagine somewhere Palghar, in the suburbs of Bombay, this small group of devotees were trying to serve in this way. And then some truck which has iPads, the box falls, and then the whole eye camp could be conducted. So miracles like this, things that which you cannot imagine, that how, and when we face obstacles, they just get cleared if we just have sincere intention. So it was devotees like miracle stories. So this was a miracle story. Of course, we don't depend on them. It's not that we do goof up and then we expect miracles. But even after sincere endeavors, if there is a lacuna, yoga kshema bahamya, Krishna provides, like Prahlad Maharaj was protected by Nrsimhadev because he was sincerely trying to share the message, sincerely trying to live by what Srila Narada Muni taught him in the womb. So I'll end here and see if any devotees have comments, questions.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dhanvat Pranam. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Very beautiful class, Prabhu. Very beautiful. Just amazing. So many references, so much interaction, so many beautiful things. Shri Guru Charana Rati Ehi Se Uttam Gati Jai Prasade Pure Sarvasha. Hopefully our desires are just related to Krishna, not other desires. And such a
Hopefully.
beautiful such a beautiful verse, Prabhu. Puna puna charvita charvananam. Chewing the chewed again and again. Srila Prabhupada says, trying to enjoy the sense gratification in different bodily forms, and that's what people like me do, Prabhu, even after bhakti, and not try to understand the real sense, but try to still have the sense enjoyment. This verse is made for me, Prabhu. But very beautiful class, Prabhuji. Just amazing. Hopefully, I will come out of this sometime and not try to enjoy my senses, but try to serve the senses of Krishna, who is the real personality. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Balabhadra Prabhu.
Also, Prabhu, actually, our very dear devotee, Shushmita Mataji, she was also giving example of torch as, Om Gyanti Mirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya.
Yeah. Guru is compared to a torch.
We all are in this, Vidya, and that's how this sense enjoyment comes, and then the karma comes, and then the reaction comes, and then we are back in Janam Mrityu Jara Vyadi. All start from ignorance. Thank you, Prabhu. Prabhu, with your permission, we'll go to our Sukar Krishna Prabhu, who is a very dear devotee. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu, you are telling the Bhagavatam class. And Prabhu, when you are telling the class, when you are giving the class, I was feeling so sleepy. Gulaka Mataji was, only when the Bhagavatam, the sleep comes. And I was seeing you were telling about sleep, and I am sleeping. I know. Then immediately when it is over, if you ask questions, just you want to hide that you are not sleeping, This is what you said, no, in the engineering class, IIT. When the class will ask this question, that question. So I am telling truthfully, I was so sleepy now. The class is over, now it's away. Till the whole class, it was just lingering. I know that when the Bhagavatam class comes, I don't know why it comes like that, most of the times. So one more example of Guru is, we are all bound, and the Guru is actually, he's free. That's why he's coming to open the knot which is tying us. There's one example they gave. No, he is the captain who is free. And you were telling about Bhaktivedanta Hospital is so nice that my father left his body in 2005 in Bhaktivedanta Hospital. And actually, Krishna Prem Prabhu, you're one of the godbrothers, senior godbrother, he was there with me in Muscat. So he said, you come to Bhaktivedanta Hospital, come back to Godhead. My mother was initiated by Japtak Maharaj. My father had not got initiated. So he had liver cirrhosis. But liver cirrhosis comes only for people who drinks. He was in Australian consulate, but never touched anything 40 years. So he went to Australia, he came back. He said, it's not a good place to stay. A lot of womanizing happening. So we all lost the chance of going to Australia also. So when it came to, I met Radhanath Maharaj, he said, come to Bhaktivedanta Hospital, Prabhupada will take care. And you won't believe, Prabhu, the day he got so much pain, so we went, and when we went in the hospital, in the ambulance, it was all Namaste Narasimha. When the hospital came, then immediately Krishna Prem Prabhu came. He said, Krishna Prem Prabhu, I'm so happy. I come to the hospital of Radhanath Maharaj and Prabhupada. I didn't have to worry. And immediately went into coma, Prabhu. And Radhanath Maharaj said, don't worry. Jagannath will come every day morning and wish. So 4 days he was there. After that, one day morning, Radha Gopinath Prabhu came and told that today your father will leave the body. So from 4:30 to 5, which ended 4 rounds. Though he was in coma, but Radha Maharaj said the Atma will listen. So he heard, and Krishna Prabhu said, your father has left his body because that ECG came straight. After that, again the leg moved. I think one more round he wants. After that, he left his body and went home. 13 days, although 13 devotees, 14 devotees, doctor, they came home and they were doing Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. So really, I'm thankful to Radhanath Maharaj and all your godbrothers who took so much care that he got shelter on the fort. Guru Maharaj gave shelter also. And I'm giving you shelter. So Bhaktivedanta Hospital is something, it is a Goloka hospital in the world. Like Srirangam is the Goloka of the Bholoka. This is also Goloka hospital. Everybody should go in that hospital. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. Thank you.
Radhanath Maharaj ki jai and Brajmohan Prabhu ki jai. Thank you, Balabhadra Prabhu.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai Shri Prabhupada. Thank you, Sukha Krishna Prabhu. Krishna Prabhu, you should take care of your health too, because I see you in so many sessions. You're chanting when it's evening here in Canada. When it's morning here in Canada, you're still on the calls. So you should take some rest, Prabhu. Please take care of your rest. We need devotees like you. We
I
need
saw you also chanting, but you were also tired. It was night for you.
Sometime,
Prabhu,
Prabhu.
Anand Prabhu's chanting is so good, Prabhu. We are all so indebted to him, Anand Prabhu.
Please take
Making
care
a
of.
stand once in a week, 12 rounds, every day 16 rounds, once in a month 64 rounds, and all the Ekadasi 64 rounds, and once in 3 months 128 rounds, once in a year 192 rounds. So thankful.
Jai
I think
Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Beautiful examples that are coming of Guru, what Guru is compared to. And I was reflecting again on my examples. The cotton and the surma that we put bark, they go through so much stress. You know, cotton has to go through the needle, and the thing has to be grinded. So this is what Guru is, because sometimes we think, what is Guru Maharaj doing? Arey Baba, Guru Maharaj is taking so much stress that you can't even imagine. I had a fortune to be with my spiritual master, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. For 30 minutes, Prabhuji, I was there, and Maharaj was not other than but listening to all the emails and to complaints and the phone calls from all over the world. It was stressful. So Guru goes through so much stress just to give us love. So we need to understand that and try to give less stress to our Guru Maharaj for the smaller things, because I could see smaller things coming up. I'm like, no, this is not good. Whatever.
So good, Prabhu. Thank you.
Yeah.
Nitya Narasimha Prabhu has a hand up.
We go to the Nitya Narasimha Prabhu. He's a very beautiful and dear devotee to us.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Such an amazing class, Prabhuji. The whole class you glorified the glories of Guru. So now my question is, Prabhuji, like how one should serve Guru nicely? As you mentioned that like it is for me, because I feel that I am not serving the Guru. So how one should serve the Guru? That is my question, Prabhuji.
Prabhupada mentions the first and the foremost instruction of the spiritual master is to chant our rounds sincerely. So that's the first service to our Guru. And if we don't focus on that first, and try to be personal or to take up projects, they are socially, social or situationally, when they are possible, they happen. And herein, Prahlad Maharaj is so indebted to his Guru, but he didn't even see his Guru. He only heard his Guru in the womb. But he's sticking to those instructions so much that this entire episode is being narrated happily by the Guru. Narada Muni is ecstatic as is describing the glories of Prahlad Maharaj. And Prahlad Maharaj is sincerely trying to follow the instructions. So therefore, there is no Vani Seva and there is Vapu Seva. Vapu Seva is a privilege, is a fortune that when it comes, we are grateful to grab it. But Vani Seva is something that is what Prabhupada himself focused on. All the disciples that are there now, that are actively preaching, is that they are focused on the Vani Seva. And that Vani Seva is, sadhana and, sadachar and seva. That you serve the mission in whatever capacity you can. What is the verse? Through your prana, through your dhana, through your intelligence, comes in the 10th canto. Deha acharanam sada. I forget. So we whatever skills we have, we try to do serve our Guru, serve the mission, and not really think that if you're serving the local temple, local sangha, that's our service to Guru. The Guru service is not removed from the mission that Prabhupada has given us, the society that he has given us. So therefore, when we're serving a devotee who is next to us, and if we're serving in the proper mood, and that mood in which we serve is glorifying our Guru. And if the mood is not proper, then people ask, किसका disciple है? इतना arrogant है, इतना neglectful hai. So the Guru gets the blame, the Guru gets the glory. Therefore, we chant, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. So all the glory, all the blame goes from the disciple to the Guru. And we want the glory to go. So therefore, we try to, so this daily, soaking our consciousness in the Bhagavatam is very important for us to be aligned. There will be distractions, we'll go here and there, but we just stick to this Sangha of hearing regularly. Sometimes devotees go into this mood of, on YouTube, there are so many, I'll try to listen, but that it becomes like, hunting, spiritual hunting. So when Prabhupada said Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, it is that we are surrendering to the Bhagavatam and systematically, verse by verse, no matter who speaks, we loyally are taking to the hearing of the Bhagavatam. And apart from that, we do hear whatever inspires us, whatever time we have. But if we don't do this daily hearing of the class, in whichever temple you stick to, you can stick to Bhakti Sanga, you can stick to some local temple, whatever. But and that's how we serve the Bhagavatam. And then we serve the mission. So we ensure that, and personally we try to take care of our family. That's also service to our Guru, to raise them Krishna conscious way, the responsibility that has been given to us. And we balance our own health, emotionally, mentally, financially. So all that is part of our service, because all that is in the mood that I want to serve Guru for long term. Okay.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Nice.
Thank
you. Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful answer, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Such a deep answer. We can actually affect Guru Maharaj's position with our bad deeds, so we should be careful. We have chosen him, and we have chosen this parampara, and we should listen from Srila Prabhupada only, because he has given everything in his books if we try to read it. Thank you, dear Prabhu. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for giving us your time. You are in a different time zone. Still, you came on the call. We are very grateful to you. So, dear devotees, let us pay our obeisances to Prabhuji and all the assembled Vaishnavas. Is everybody able to unmute themselves?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Pancha kalaptaru
Kalpataru Vaishya Kripa Sindhu Bheva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Kodi Vaishnav Vrindu Ki Jai Shri
Jai.
Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe. Thank you, dear devotees.
Jai. Thank you.